Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Little Houseplants. Today we will be taking a tour of my plant collection. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. I hope that you guys can find community here and that we can enjoy planty things together. If you are coming back, welcome back. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you like videos like this, go ahead and give this video a like so that I can continue making them for you. To go ahead and start the tour, if you guys aren't new here, if you've been here before, you'll notice I did a tour, I think it was back in November or December, just recently. But since then, my husband and I have moved. We purchased our own house, and I now have more space for more plants, some bigger windows for my plants, and so that's why we're doing a second tour today. Also, it's springtime. Spring is a great time for plants, so this is our springtime new house tour. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started with my hanging plants. We will start right here, close to the window. My sweet husband helped me hang up these 4 hooks. They're just little white ones. They're like $2 at Home Depot, so they're perfect. But this plant you see here, this is my rickrack cactus. It is growing like a weed. This is a growth point. All this right here is new growth. This is too. And I just love this cactus because it's such a unique shape. It's so wonky, and even my husband likes it, and if he likes a plant, then I know it's a good plant. So that is one of my favorites. That's why it's hanging up in the living room. Just next to that, this is my Philodendron Brazil. It is so big and bushy. It also really loves living in this south-facing window. And yeah, I've had this one. I had this one in our old place, but it wasn't getting the light that it needed, and it has really taken off since being here, obviously. Okay, the next plant that I have hanging up is this neon philodendron. I got this one from J&J Nursery, I'm pretty sure. And I've just had it growing here. It really likes to hang. We've got some new growth coming in too. But yeah, it's one of my favorites. Oh, it keeps turning. Next to that, this is my Hoya compacta, or my Hindu rope is another name for it. So my mom actually saw that they had these at a Home Depot on a buy-sell trade group, and she called me up and was like, we have to go to Home Depot. And we ended up finding them. They were tucked under the shelf. We had to dig them out, and we were each able to get one, and it's been really happy here. If you can see right here at the top, there's all these little new leaves coming in. It's really enjoyed its spot here in the window. So these are my hanging plants. Now we're going to go down to what's on my cedar chest. So in our house, I have this beautiful cedar chest that I got from my grandma. And then I just pile plants on top of it. So right here I have another Philodendron Brazil. I can't get enough of this plant. I love it. Here I have a Hoya pubicalyx. This one could stand to get a little bit more light, but I'll find a new spot for it later. This is my exotica. It's a Scindapsus exotica. This is 2 plants combined into this big beautiful pot. Up here I have my Monstera Peru. I bought this one just off of the Facebook, buy-sell trade groups. But when it came to me, it was in a much smaller pot, and the roots were coming out the bottom. So I did what you're not really supposed to do. I went ahead and I just potted it up really quick into a bigger pot, and I gave it a pull. And it's doing great. It's really happy. Over here I have my Ficus Audrey. This plant is not very happy. It is a ficus. Oh, the leaf just came off. I think it could stand to get more light as well. I just wish my plants could be higher up, closer to the window. But that's okay. Hopefully it'll bounce back. We'll see. We shall see. Okay, going over into the corner. This right here is my peace lily. I got it from my mom. It was on top of my grandma's casket for her funeral, but honestly, it's one of my favorite plants. It's so beautiful. I've got it in this basket. The pot is really only like that deep, but the basket just holds it up. So I think it looks really cute over here. And then going on down to the next plant right next to that, this is an aloe vera that I actually got from my husband's grandma. So they were moving and she didn't want to take it with her, and I was like, cool, I'll take it. She had it growing just sitting in one of her windows. It got amazing light there and obviously just took off. So I'm really excited to add this one to my collection and to watch it grow. Okay, now going to the next corner of the room. Here I have a Monstera deliciosa. This is probably a Borsigiana, which just means it's the smaller version of the plant. It won't get as big as some of those tropical ones you see. These ones are cuttings though, so they're still growing. They're still taking off. Just taking their sweet time. Down here I have my snake plant that I've had for a really long time. It's one of the first plants that I got. I absolutely love it. It's great to just add some greenery to the corners that, don't get a lot of light. So I am going to move that somewhere somewhere that needs greenery, that doesn't have a lot of light. Just haven't found that perfect spot for it yet. Well, we shall see. Okay, and then over here in this corner, I have my big, I call her Margarita. She is my big fiddle leaf fig. She is a gorgeous ficus. I got it at Costco about 2 years ago now. When we were in our basement apartment, this plant it never got enough light. I'd move it. I just could not find the perfect spot for it. But I think that it's pretty happy here. It's not super close to the south facing window, but it does get amazing lighting all day long, which I think is what it needs. So yeah, this is my fiddle leaf fig. This right here is my domino peace lily. I found this one, I was at J&J Nursery. I found it at J&J Nursery, and honestly, as soon as I saw the variegation on it, I fell in love. It kind of reminds me of a Thai constellation, but this one's a lot easier to take care of than a Thai constellation. So it gives you that beautiful variegation, but this was like $12 compared to like a $200 Thai constellation. So this gives you that variegation that you want. Uh-oh, what is that? I thought I saw a pest. We're okay. So it gives you the variegation that you want, but at a cheaper price, and it's easier to take care of. So it's like a win-win. Okay, now we're gonna go to the kitchen. So right here I have my arrow garden that I actually got from my mother-in-law for Christmas. It is growing some cute little sprouts for me. That is it's a savory herb there. And then the other one that sprouted is the basil. Look how cute. Aren't they adorable? I have this cute little, I can't ever pronounce the name of this one. I call it a silver pothos. I'm pretty sure that's not what it is though. And I can't remember the name of it, but cute little one there growing in leca. And then I actually have the mother plant growing over here in this window. She is Medussa. She's long and bushy. She does have some yellow leaves I need to prune off, but other than that, she's doing great. Finally getting the lighting that she needs to. So yeah, I have lots of cuttings from Miss Medussa. And then over here on our table, I have this super cute pink, I believe it's an Aglaonema. Yeah, it's a lucky red Aglaonema. My mother-in-law bought this for me, and it just sits there right next to the window. It's a good spot for it. Okay, now we are gonna go to the bedroom. Okay, so now we are in my bedroom, and here we have this beauty right here. This is my giant umbrella tree that I was gifted from a coworker. She had it growing in our office, our corporate office, for, I think she said 8 years. So it has grown to be massive. This isn't even it like standing up all the way. It's resting against my wall. I need to get it a good like bamboo pole or some kind of support so that it can stand up straight. But it is doing really well. It's loving this natural lighting that it's getting. This is my third new leaf. Can you zoom in on this little guy? Because he's really cute. Nice. Okay, so then next to my umbrella tree, I have this calathea growing. My calathea looks like everybody else's. It has brown tips and edges and is not very happy. It used to be big and bushy, and now it's got like 4 good leaves, which is fine. Next to that, I have my starfish sansevieria. My mother-in-law also gave this one to me. She saw it at a grocery store and thought I'd like it. So it's very fun and spunky. I do love it. Okay, and then just behind me, really quickly, I have just 2 more cuttings of the satin pothos, silver pothos. I'll put the name on the screen. I don't remember which one it is, which is terrible, but yeah, they're just fun. They're everywhere. Okay, so now we're going to head over to my plant room to see the majority of my plants. Okay, so to start in my plant room, I have this super cute rubber tree. This guy went through the ringer. He was super root bound and a little bit neglected. But he's doing pretty well since being brought to the new house. He's recuperating. And then next to that over here, I have this Hoya. It's another pubic calyx. This was 3 plants that I all potted up into one just so it looked full and bushy, and I love it. Over here next to that one, this is a Scindapsus, I'm going to say it wrong, trebui. I got this one from a new plant shop in Bountiful called Pistil and Thorn, and I love it. It's super cute and unique. It's not something that you often see in plant shops, and so yeah, I really love it. I think it looks especially cute in this basket. Okay, coming up here, I have my heartleaf philodendron or philodendron hederaceum. This guy is super cute and bushy. I did just recently repot him into this awesome, look at that pot. It's just beautiful. And it's doing a lot better. I had it in its previous spot. It was over top of a vent. So all of its like lower leaves got damaged and burnt. So this new spot is a lot nicer. Okay, now this is the tricky part. This is my shelf. So, am I okay to start at the top? Okay. So here is my cuttings jar. I have more satin pothos cuttings and a snake plant cutting. Next to that, this is a Monstera spliticama. I was gifted these cuttings. I'm not quite sure what they are. And then I have a little spider plant, a Hoya carnosa cutting, and then next to that on the side is my silver glory. It's just like a string of hearts, except for the back side is purple and the shape is a little different. It's super cute. It goes all the way down almost to the floor. It's super long. Yeah. Okay, and then for the next one, the next shelf down, this is my Monstera adansonii. This is the narrow form. It is super long and just keeps growing. I had it previously staked up, but then I decided it would be perfect for the shelf. So There it is. Next to that, I have these super cute Hoyas. Here, I'll bring them down so you can see. They are Hoya Coriana Silver. I have 2 of them. Next to that, this is my Hoya Crimson Princess. I have growing in this super fun pot that I painted myself. I think it's really pretty. And then down here, just moving on to the next shelf, I have my Adansonii wide form cuttings. They're not very happy, but they're fine. This is a Syngonium cutting that I got from my mom, and it's not very happy with me either. That's okay. Next to that is my golden pothos. I love this plant. It was hanging up in our living room, but if you saw in my previous video that I uploaded, I think it was actually 2 uploads ago, that I brought it in here because it was getting neglected being hung up. So, okay, moving down to the next shelf, here I have my Micans. It is a little thirsty. I did give it a drink today. It just hasn't spruced back up yet. But that is my Micans. Next to my Micans, I have my common Anthurium. These are some cuttings that I took maybe 6 months ago. Probably a lot longer than that. But they're doing really well. I've got some new leaves coming in. I think it's really fun. And then next to that, I have a Hoya Bertinae. It's okay. Just watch me slaughter the names of all of my Hoyas. And then I have a succulent in my cute little Groot planter. And then moving down, this one right here is a Ficus triangularis. And then next to that is some more Anthurium cuttings. So yeah, that is my plant shelf. Super fun. Okay, now I'll go over here. Okay, so this is my new Millsbow cabinet. On top of my Millsbow cabinet, this is my Philodendron McDowell, also lovingly known as the anniversary plant. My husband bought this plant for me for our anniversary. You can watch its whole story on my Instagram. I have a whole highlight dedicated to it and the journey that we had to go through to get this plant to where it is. Next to this guy, next to the McDowell, is the Anthurium veitchii. This one is also known as the King Anthurium. If you want a low maintenance Anthurium that's really cool, I highly recommend this one. It doesn't need high humidity or anything like that. It can just live here. Next to that is my Philodendron pastizanum. This guy, I think he would be happier with more humidity, but he's doing okay. Below that, these are my variegated string of hearts. Super fun. I'm actually looking to trade these right now, so hopefully soon. Okay, let me show you guys what's inside my Millsbow cabinet. Okay. Okay, so starting over here on this side, this is my Philodendron Pink Princess. I bought it for myself for my birthday, and then unfortunately it also came with rot, and it's not doing too great, to be honest. The seller said that they would send me a new one, and I think we're kind of at that point. But next to that, kind of above it, this is my Philodendron Mammii. I've had this plant for a really long time. I'm actually in the process of air layering it, and I'm really excited to do that. And then I have a Philodendron Silver Sword. Next to that is my Philodendron Gloriosum, who is not very happy. It does not like the adjustment from one cabinet to the next. I don't know why, but it's not doing too well. This right here is my Philodendron El Chaco Red. Behind that is the Melanochrysum, this one right there. Next to the El Chaco Red is my Bilietii. And then behind that, so this one right here, this is my Philodendron El Paraíso. And then this one in the corner is my Philodendron Verrucosum. And then up on the top right here, I have a white princess philodendron and then a brandy philodendron. So this, if you haven't noticed a theme, this is my philodendron cabinet. It's where all my philodendron live. So this is my Millsbo tall cabinet, obviously because it is tall. In here I have quite a few anthuriums, so I will move this so you can scoot in. So we'll start on the bottom shelf of the cabinet. So down there I have just a little prop box and some Hoya Bella cuttings, another Hoya, and then two other Hoya cuttings right there. Here I have my Albo cutting. You guys will see lots of videos about that guy. Hopefully he does well. And then over here I have my two Thai constellations. They are rehabbing from root rot, but they're actually doing phenomenal. So I'm very proud of them. Okay, and then up here I have my Anthurium shelf. So this one right here is just a normal Anthurium crystallinum. And then this guy and this one back here in the back, those are the crystallinum dark forms. And then here I have a cutting of a Anthurium warocqueanum. Super fun. Okay, now we'll go up to the top shelf. In here I have lots of Hoyas. So this one, these two are both Hoya Marillii. This one, I have no idea what kind of Hoya it is, if I'm honest. It came in like a cuttings bundle, and it didn't tell me the name, but it's cool. All the way up here I have my Hoya Sunrise and a Hoya Linearis, just a little cutting. And then over here I have the Hoya Carnosa and then the Hoya Crimson Queen. So, then here is my Queen Anthurium. We've got 3 good leaves here. This one I think is dying, yeah, but that's okay. It happens. And then I've got another Hoya, or not another Hoya, sorry, another Anthurium just kind of like tucked behind there. I don't know, can you see that one? Yeah. Okay, I've got another Anthurium back here. I cannot pronounce its name for the life of me, but it's super fun. And then clear back there, I've got the Hoya Curtsii. That is just living her best life. So, and then I did take this one out. This is the Monstera dubia. And it just lives right there. So, super fast grower. It's such a fun plant. Okay. And then on top of my cabinet, I have my Anthurium pallidiforum. Yeah. It's just this long, strappy, beautiful plant. It has some flowers that I need to chop off, but it is doing so well up there. Gets lots of good lighting, so it's a super happy plant. Okay, moving on to the windowsill. Here I have a Raven ZZ plant I got from my mom, and this super cute antique planter. Next to that I have some string of dolphins, another Philodendron Brazil. These are my Cebu Blue cuttings. They're not doing too well. I don't think they like that intense of light. A succulent that I need to propagate right here. My husband actually gave this one to me, so it's pretty special. Then next to that I have a Hoya obovata, a Scindapsus, not Scindapsus, oh my gosh, a Sansevieria. So this is just another snake plant. Here I have some cuttings that are not doing well. These are the lemon lime maranta cuttings, and they clearly are dying, so I'll have to take care of those guys later. And then here I have my orchid cactus. Super fun. I think it just looks so cute in that basket. So now outside the cabinet, here on the floor I have a lemon lime maranta plant. Super cute. I bought this one just off of the buy sell trade group, and it, just like a maranta does, it's kind of starting to bald and lose some leaves, but it's also growing new growth for me. So I don't know what she wants. I don't know if she's happy. She's just there. Next to that, I have my Monstera deliciosa. These are some fun cuttings I got from my mom a long time ago. I did decide to chop it and prop it, and I really wish that I hadn't, but what can you do, right? Okay, and then up here, I have my Hoya Bella. She is big and beautiful, with lots of new growth happening, so I'm so excited for it to just get bigger. Next to that, I have another Hoya linearis. I think this guy is still adjusting to my house. Clearly, like, some of the leaves are not very happy. I did just give it a big drink today, so I'm hoping that will kind of perk it up a little bit. I don't know what else to do about it, though. So, oh well. Okay, and then next thing that we're going to look at, this is my terrarium from Botanicas. This is also lovingly known as the plant hospital. It's just a great place for all of the plants. So especially those that need to be rehabbed. So let's open her up. There it goes. Oh. Okay. So to start, I will show off this guy. This is my Monstera obliqua Peru. I need to get it a taller pole to climb on, but it is giving me a new leaf, but also yellowing at the same time. So again, I'm in that predicament where I just don't know what it wants. Like, are you happy? Are you not happy? I can't tell. Next to that, this is an Anthurium seedling that I got a long time ago. It is, I'm not 100% sure what the hybrid is, but I know that it is bred with a Magnificum, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. I say I'm sure, but I've got no idea. This is my Anthurium Friedrichstahlii. He is a trooper. Over here, this is a newer one that I got. This is a Syngonium aria. So it is variegated, just kind of like an albo would be, but with yellow variegation instead of the white variegation. Super cute. I'm not going to show you all my cuttings because there's a lot of them, but I'll show you just ones of interest. So these two here are my Monstera standelianas. This one is the normal white variegation or the albo, and then this one is the aria, so it has that yellow variegation. So super cute. They're fun. I got them both as cuttings. Yeah, this one, I'll show you guys this one. This one's cute. This is a Philodendron gloriosum seedling. I got it in the mail and it came rotted, but the chunk still had signs of life, so I just stuck it in here with some moss. And honestly, it is like taking off. Clearly, like, its leaves are just starting to mature a bit more. So I'm super proud of this guy. Okay, that's it for the plant hospital. We'll just move over here for the last couple of plants. So I have another lemon lime maranta. Honestly, I'm obsessed with this plant. It's definitely one of my favorites. If I could have it everywhere, I totally would. It's just beautiful. And then up top here, I have a jade pothos. This one I also got from the Facebook group. The gal who had it before me had a cat that, like, chewed on the leaves and just destroyed them. But it was such a good deal. It's such a big plant that I'm kind of okay with it because the new growth obviously is not going to look like that. So I do not have a cat to come and kill the plant. So okay, thank you guys so much for joining me and touring my plants with me. If you compare this video to the other tour that I did in the winter or fall time, you'll see that I really have downsized quite a bit, even though we have more space. I am still slowly adding to my collection, but if I have a plant that just doesn't really bring me joy anymore, I'm not afraid to gift it or sell it, just because I really only want the plants that make me happy, because plants are a lot of work. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know the total number of plants that I have. We'll count them up and we'll put it on the screen. If you guys have more plants than I do or less than I do, comment your plant count down below. I'd love to hear about how many plants you guys have. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye!